Hi everyone! So today I'm getting ready for a holiday party, so I thought I would do a chatty get ready with me. I guess we'll just jump right into it. I'm going to be using my RMS concealer. I like the consistency of it, although I do find that it isn't the best for oilier skin. On my nose and forehead and chin, it gets kind of oily, so I need to use a powder over top. This is really gonna be interesting. I've never talked while doing my makeup before. So I think that's looking pretty good for concealer. Because my RMS concealer is running really low, I decided to try and get this powdered concealer. This is the Lily Lolo powdered concealer. I thought this might be a better option because, like I was saying, the RMS isn't the greatest for oilier skin because it is an oilier kind of concealer. But this I find doesn't have enough coverage as a concealer, or maybe I'm just not using it right. What I do like doing is taking my brush and using it more as a setting powder so I can put it over the concealer, especially in the areas that do get oilier. So it works well for that, but not as just a concealer. And I also get really oily eyelids, so definitely if I'm going to be using especially any darker shadows, I need to put something on underneath them. Usually I would just use a little bit of arrowroot powder, but because I'm going to be using blacks and grays, I picked up this Benecos eyeshadow primer and it's fine. I wouldn't recommend it. It is a liquid that you put on your eyelids and it definitely helps the powder stick more, but I would say it only maybe maximum gives you 2 hours extra wear before it still creases. So it's better than nothing, I guess. I'm gonna keep looking for another eyeshadow primer though, and if you have any recommendations, that would be really cool. So I just kind of pat this on and then let it dry. Also, I feel like I should mention that I am not at all a makeup artist and don't really know what I'm doing. I just kind of try different things. So if you're expecting some sort of professional makeup tutorial, this is not the right place. And now what I used to do and what I still like to do is put a little bit of just arrowroot powder over it. Now I like using arrowroot powder as just a mattifying powder. It works really well, I think, especially because my skin's so light, it doesn't leave a white cast. And I find that it makes it easier to blend in the eyeshadows and helps also this primer last a little longer, I think. I'm gonna be using my Red Apple lipstick palette, and I'm gonna be using the gray and the black mostly, and then a little bit of the white. I don't like owning a ton of eyeshadow brushes, so I just use one and I work from lightest to darkest colors so that it doesn't mix with them, and I find that works fine. I know that people say that you should have an eyeshadow brush for each one, but I don't want to own that many eyeshadow brushes. So I'm gonna start with the white in the inner half of my eye, I guess, including the corner. Grab some of the gray, and that's gonna go on the outer corner, kind of in a, I don't know, C shape? So a little bit more into the crease. I sometimes will do my eyebrows before my eyeshadow, or sometimes I do it the other way around, I don't know. So this holiday party that I'm going to is pretty casual. I haven't decided yet what I'm gonna wear. I think I might either wear my check tunic, or I have this longer t-shirt dress that actually I got from my winter capsule, so you guys haven't seen it yet. But I think that could be really cool because it's still a dress, but it's a t-shirt, so it's casual. So I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna do my eyebrows and then go back in with the darker black. I don't know why, I just feel like I should have done my eyebrows first. So I'm using the brown from the same eyeshadow, this one. And yeah, I've talked about this specific eyeshadow palette and why I chose these colors in another video, which I can link. I think the cards are up here, up there. Because my eyebrows are so blonde, if I don't fill them in, they just look, I feel like I lose a lot of expressions, actually. Okay, I do want them a bit darker than I normally wear them because I am doing a darker eye look. All right, so now I'm gonna go back to my eyeshadow. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of black, do the same thing but a little closer. I'm gonna grab a little bit of white again and go back over. I find it's nice almost as a little bit of a cleanup. And then I'm going to take a angled brush. I'm gonna use the black again and use it like an eyeliner. And I'm just gonna press it into my lash line. What is next? Oh yeah, I think I might as well do my cheeks. So I'm gonna use my lip and cheek tint from 100% Pure. I've talked about this before, I've showed it before. I really like it. Look like a clown and then blend it in. Now it looks way more pink when you're kind of blending it in because of the, I guess, just friction of your hand, but see how this one is already kind of settled in, and this one will do the same, but it's always a little shocking when you see it, where it seems like you put too much on. I'm now gonna do my mascara. So a bunch of you guys have been asking which mascara I use, and I'm currently using the Dr. Hauschka Volume Mascara, although I wouldn't recommend this one because it is pretty clumpy. I've used the Dr. Hauschka just regular mascara, and actually I bought this one by accident. I thought I was buying just the regular one, but I ended up buying the volume one, and yeah, I think the regular one's a lot better than this one. Okay, so next I'm going to use some of the eyeshadow, the white one, as a bit of a highlight, and I'm gonna use a larger brush and go over the tops of my cheekbones. Put a little bit on the top of my forehead here. I want kind of a bit of a vampire-y look, if that makes any sense, for a holiday party. But yeah, so for lipstick, I'm gonna be using this La Vera lipstick. It's in the color Matte and Plum, and it's a really dark red. It's actually almost the exact same color as my nails, which the camera won't focus on. But oh, speaking of my nails, in a video that I made a few months back, I mentioned that I was having trouble finding nail polish, and a bunch of you guys recommended Little Odine. I got this color, which I think is called Red Wine, and so far I'm really impressed with their nail polish. I have worn this this is day 3, and I'm having a tiny little bit of chipping on the very edge of my nail, but like, it's not bad at all. So they're holding up amazing, and it's really cool because you can peel them off. So if anything does chip, it's really easy to remove them, and I don't need to buy any nail polish remover, which I love. So yeah, thank you to those of you who recommended this company. But back to my lips, I'm gonna be doing this lipstick, and because it's so dark, I unfortunately had to, I really like the color, and I wanted to wear it, but it would bleed outside my lips, so I had to pick up a lip liner. And I got this one from the El Verde brand, which is a natural brand from DM, I believe, which is a drugstore kind of brand. And their ingredients seem pretty good, but it kind of freaks me out how cheap they are, because it makes me pretty skeptical that they can make natural products out of good ingredients for such a cheap price. I haven't tried a lot of their stuff, but people say it's really good. I just don't understand why it's so cheap. Okay, so now the lipstick. So that is basically the finished makeup look with the darker eyes and then the darker lip. And I really like this kind of look for like a holiday thing. I do like wearing darker lipstick and eyeshadow, but I don't do it that often, so it's nice to wear it for a special occasion. So for my hair, basically I showered this morning, and when it was about halfway dry, I twisted it back and then put it in this little twisted bun thing. So I have one of those on either side of my head, and then I'm just letting it dry like that. And when I take it out, I'll have loose ringlets. Actually, it feels pretty dry, so I can probably just take it out right now and show you. It's actually still a little damp, so I might still twist it back up and let it dry a bit more. But yeah, that's usually what I'll do for my hair if I have any sort of looser wave to it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is definitely a newer, different thing for me, and I'd love to know what you thought of it in the comments. And I hope that you guys enjoy any of your holiday activities or parties and all that kind of stuff. And thank you for watching. Thank you so much to those of you supporting me on Patreon, and I will see you in the next one.